With the 1.0 update on the way, the game is finally reaching a stage where it can be called complete with a solid base to build future updates on. I thought it important to go over some of the game or gameplay styles you can expect, since while its main focus is a creature survival game, that's not all it has to offer. Day of Dragons has everything you would expect from a creature survival game. You start as a hatchling, either from a spawned egg or from a player-made nest you've been invited to, and then, either solo or with friends, have to try and stay alive through drinking, eating and avoiding being eaten yourself. Each dragon species has a different playstyle with advantages, such as the Shadowscale's cloak ability, or disadvantages, such as the Flamestalker's huge appetite. There is a day and night cycle along with night vision and a sense system. Most dragons are predators and will need to hunt AI found around the map, though some will fight back, or even try and hunt you. On PvP servers, players will also have to contend with other dragons being on the menu. With the 1.0 update, environmental factors will be introduced such as extreme cold or heat, and that may affect your dragon if it is more suited to the opposite climate. Weather conditions are also being added, but we don't yet know if it will affect gameplay or be more aesthetics. Day of Dragons is certainly not what many people would think of when saying MMORPG. However, it plans to have many features associated with this sort of game style. The stat system is a staple of the game in this genre. While they themselves can't be changed, they can be improved upon with bonuses and from mutation points earned through growing and quests. Plus, with careful breeding, each new generation can improve on the stats of its parents. This adds an overarching progression system, as while losing a dragon to death can be a setback, having the fallback of your clan's bloodline means death is never a total restart. However, losing a carefully crafted bloodline can be devastating, particularly to PvP servers. Starting with 1.0, we will have NPCs to engage with for quests rewarding us with mutation points, pearls, unlocking further quest chains, and lore. Yes, Day of Dragons has lore, most of which you will learn from said NPCs and immersive storytelling through the environment. The pearls I mentioned as quest rewards will fill the same role as equipment and weapon upgrades in full MMORPGs, and can do a variety of things. Some will boost stats, some will add cosmetics, some might give you an extra colour gradient to pick from for your eggs, and some might prevent you from suffering debuffs while being in the wrong environment. There will be lots of pearls to be found, crafted, won and traded, and once added, finding the right ones for your playstyle will be quite the task. Another way Day of Dragons leans into this genre is the way each dragon plays and how they specialise with abilities, often falling into the classic tank, healer and DPS roles. In Day of Dragons there is no mixed packing stigma, like many other creature survival games, because each dragon species fills in a different role in the clan. The nurse dragon works best with a feathered Zygovo companion to increase egg production of nesting dragons, as well as eat the eggs that the nurse identifies as having weak stats. And the blitz striker can greatly increase success with an ASD or two following on the ground, finishing off stunned prey so the blitz can eat safely. By the way, if you'd like a chance to win the last blitz striker key, comment unstable cable below. Full instructions are in the description. How players build their clans and parties will also be important to take on much larger creatures such as the elementals and slayer worms, with the largest of the sand and snow slayer worms acting like world bosses that will likely take multiple clans working together to take down. So while Day of Dragons is not an MMORPG, it is built on some of the elements from that genre. From one side of the gaming spectrum to the other, Day of Dragons offers a lot for those that enjoy the challenge of perfecting not only a strong bloodline, but also a fabulous one. Managing the pairing of dragons to avoid inbreeding, increasing both bloodline and stats, and not only breeding all the different colours and patterns people want to have, but also searching for combinations that produce rare and stunning looks. This sort of gameplay is something that can take a lot of time and coordination, but can be super rewarding. It's a skill that's perfected in PvE, but highly sought after in PvP, where looks might matter less, but stats are incredibly important to clans, who want to stay ahead of the curve. Solo players may miss out on this part of the game, but at the same time they have a lot more freedom as there is less to lose in the end if they get in a bad situation. It goes without saying that most creature survival games cater to role-playing, and Day of Dragons is no different. With a good range of emotes in the game, and even more currently being worked on, it's easy to get across what you mean without bothering with the chat oft times. Growth is seamless, moving from one life stage to another, without even noticing you've gotten bigger or your horns and wings have grown in. The lore gathered from NPC dragons, as well as quests, will also hopefully be engaging and help bring a sense of history to the world. The devs are hoping to add even more diversity to the ecology with more AI and more complex interactions, once most of the dragons are in place and players have a wide range to choose from. New secondary idle animations are also in the works for dragons that have not moved for a while. All these little touches foster a sense of realism and encourage immersion in the game, where just for a few hours in the day, we can put aside our work, our bills and hassles of human life, just be a dragon. Whatever way you want to play Day of Dragons, have fun, and remember, we're all just big nerds enjoying some free time with our love of dragons. See you soon!